Test. Test. Okay. I got the mic over here, which means a bit better sound on this setup. Not the other issue. I've got the Elgato. This isn't the Elgato issue. It's an issue with my laptop. Because when I plug it in, it doesn't fully plug in. Please connect. Come on. There it is. Okay, that's connected. And the first thing we're gonna do is read. Is there an issue with the audio? Definitely sounds like an issue with the audio. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna turn it down a bit more, just so it's not too evident, and I just keep going with reading. Okay, what am I reading today? For today, I've got Judges chapter 6 to chapter 15. Let's begin. Time waits for no one. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hand of the Midian 7 years. And the hand of the Midian prevailed against Israel, and became of the Midianites. The children of Israel made them the dens which are the mountains, and caves and strongholds. And so it was when Israel had sown that the Midianites came up, and the Amalekites, and the children of the east, even they came up against them, and they encamped against them, and destroyed the increase of the earth, till thou come unto Gaza, and left no sustenance for Israel, neither sheep nor ox nor ass, for they came up with the cattle and their tents, and they came up as grasshoppers for multitude, for both they and their camels were without number. And they entered into the land to destroy it. And Israel was greatly impoverished, because the Midianites and the children of Israel cried unto the Lord. And it came to pass, when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord because of the Midianites, and the Lord sent a prophet unto the children of Israel, which said unto them, Thus said the Lord God of Israel, I brought you up from Egypt, and brought you forth out of the house of bondage. And I delivered you out of the hands of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of the oppressed that oppressed you, and drave them out from before you, gave you their land. And I said unto you, I am the Lord your God. Fear not the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But ye have not obeyed my voice. And there came an angel of the Lord, and sat under an oak, which was in Ophrah, and pertained unto Joash the Abiezrite, and his son Gideon threshed wheat by the winepress to hide it from the Midianites. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him, and said unto him, The Lord is with thee, thou mighty man of valor. And Gideon said unto him, O my Lord of the Lord, if the Lord be with us, why then is all this befallen us? And where be all his miracles which our fathers told us of, saying, Did not the Lord bring us up from Egypt? But now the Lord hath forsaken us, and delivered us into the hands of the Midianites. And the Lord looked upon, and said, Go in this thy might, and thou shalt save Israel from the hand of the Midianites. Have not I sent thee? And he said unto him, O my Lord, wherewith shall I save Israel? Behold, my family is poor in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house. And the Lord said unto him, Surely I will be with thee, and thou shalt smite the Midianites as one man. And he said unto him, If now I have found grace in thy sight, then shew me a sign that thou talkest with me. Depart not hence, I pray thee, until I come unto thee, and bring forth my present, and set it before thee. And he said, I will tarry until thou come again. And Gideon went in, and made ready a kid, and unleavened cakes of an ephah of flour. The flesh he put in the basket, and he put the broth in a pot, and brought it unto him under the oak, and presented it. And the angel of God said unto him, Take the flesh and the unleavened cakes, and lay them upon this rock, and pour out the broth. And he did so. Then the angel of the Lord put forth the end of the staff that was in his hand, and touched the flesh and the unleavened cakes. And there arose up fire out of the rock, and consumed the flesh and unleavened cakes. Then the angel of the Lord departed out of the sight. And when Gideon perceived that he was an angel of the Lord, Gideon said, Alas, O Lord God, for because I have seen an angel of the Lord face to face. And the Lord said unto him, Peace be unto thee, fear not, thou shalt not die. Then Gideon built an altar there unto the Lord, and called it Jehovah Shalom. Until this day it is yet in Ophrah of the Abiezrites. And it came to pass the same night that the Lord said unto him, Take thy father's young bullock, even the second bullock of the 7 years old, and throw down the altar of Baal that my father hath, and cut down the grove that is by it, and build an altar unto the Lord thy God. upon the top of this rock in the ordered place, and take the second bullock, and offer a burnt sacrifice with the wood of the grave which thou shalt cut down. Then Gideon took 10 men of his servants, and did as the Lord had said unto him. And so it was, because he feared his father's household and the men of the city, that he could not do it by day, that he did it by night. And when the men of the city rose in the early morning, behold, the altar of Baal was cast down, and the grove was cut down and was by it, and the second bullock was offered upon the altar that was built. And they said one to another, Who hath done such thing? And when they inquired and asked, they said, Gideon the son of Joash hath done this thing. Then the men of the city said unto Joash, Bring out thy son, that he may die, because he hath cast down the altar of Baal, and because he hath cut down the grove that was by it. And Joash said unto all that stood against him, Will ye plead for Baal? Will ye save him? He that will plead for him, let him be put to death. Whilst it is yet morning, if he be a god, let him plead for himself, because one hath cast down his altar. Therefore on the day he called him Jerubbaal, saying, Let Baal plead against them, because he hath thrown down his altar. Then all the Midianites and the Amalekites and the children of the east were gathered together, and went over and pitched in the valley of Jezreel. But the Spirit of the Lord came upon Gideon, and he blew a trumpet, and Abiezer was gathered after him. And he sent messengers throughout all Manasseh, who also was gathered after him. And he sent messengers unto Asher, and unto Zebulun, and unto Naphtali. And they came up to meet him. And Gideon said unto God, If thou wilt save Israel by my hand, as thou hast said, behold, I will put a fleece of wool in the floor, and the dew by the fleece only, and it be dry upon all the earth beside, then I shall know that thou wilt save Israel by mine hand. And thou hast said, and it was so. For he rose up early on the morrow, and thrust the fleece together, and wring the dew out of the fleece, a bowl full of water. And Gideon said unto God, Let not thine anger be hot against me, and I'll speak but this once. Let me prove, I pray thee, but this once with the fleece. Let it now be dry only upon the fleece, and upon all the ground let there be dew. And the God did so that night, for it was dry upon the fleece only, and there was dew on all the ground. Chapter 7 of Judges. Then Jerubbaal, who is Gideon, and all the people that were with him, rose up early and pitched beside the wall of Harod, so that the host of the Midianites were on the north side of them, by the hill of Moreh in the valley. And the Lord said unto Gideon, The people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, Mine own hand hath saved me. Now therefore go to proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, Whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead. And there returned of the people 22,000, and there remained 10,000. And the Lord said unto Gideon, The people are yet too many. Bring them down unto the water, and I will try them for 3 there. And it shall be that if whom I say unto thee, This shall go with thee, the same shall go with thee, and of whomsoever I say unto thee, This shall not go with thee, the same shall not go. So he brought down the people unto the water. And the Lord said unto Gideon, Every one that lappeth of the water with his tongue, as a dog lappeth, him shalt thou send by himself. Likewise every one that boweth down upon his knees to drink. And the number of them that lapped, putting their hands on their mouth, were 300 men. But all the rest of the people bowed down upon their knees to drink water. And the Lord said unto Gideon, By the 300 men that lapped will I save you, and deliver the Midianites into thine hand, and let all the people go over man unto his place. So the people took victuals in their hand, and their trumpets, and he sent all the rest of Israel, every man unto his tent, and retained those 300 men. And the host of Midian was beneath him in the valley. And it came to pass the same night that the Lord said unto him, Arise, go thee down unto the host, for I have delivered it unto thine hand. But if thou have fear to go down, go thou with Phurach thy servant down to the host, and thou shalt hear that what they say, and afterward shall thine hands be strengthened to go down into the host. Then went he down with Phurach his servant unto the outside of the armed men that were in the host. And the Midianites and the Amalekites and all the children of the east lay along the valley like grasshoppers for multitude, and their camels were without number, as the sand by the seaside for multitude. And when Gideon was come, behold, there was a man that told a dream unto his fellow, and said, Behold, I dream a dream, and lo, a cake of barley bread tumbled into the host of Midian, and came unto the tent, and smote it, that it fell, and overturned it, that the tent lay long. And his fellow answered and said, This is nothing else save the sword of Gideon, the son of Joash, a man of Israel, for unto his hand hath God delivered Midian, and all the host. And it was so, when Gideon heard the telling of the dream, and the interpretation thereof, that they worshipped and returned to the host of Israel, and said, Arise, for the Lord hath delivered unto the hand of the host of Midian. And he divided the 300 men into 3 companies, and he put trumpet in every man's hand, with empty pitchers and lamps within the pitchers. And he said unto them, Look on me, and do likewise. And behold, when I come to the outside of the camp, it shall be that as I do, so shall ye do. When I blow with the trumpet, I and all that are with me, then blow ye the trumpets also on every side of all the camp, and say, The sword of the Lord and of Gideon. So Gideon and the 100 men that were with him came unto outside of the camp in the beginning of the middle watch, and they had but newly set the watch, and they blew the trumpets and brake the pitchers that were in their hands. And the 3 companies blew the trumpets and broke the pitchers, and held the lamps in their left hands, and the trumpets in their right hands, to blow withal. And they cried, The sword of the Lord and of Gideon. And they stood every man in his place around about the camp, and all the host ran and cried and fled. And the 300 blew the trumpet, and the Lord set every man's sword against his fellow, even throughout all the host. And the host fled to Beth Shittach in Zerath, and the border at the end to the border of Abel Mechlach, unto Tabath. And the men of Israel gathered themselves together out of Naphtali, and out of Asher, and out of all Manasseh, and pursued after the Midianites. And Gideon sent messengers throughout all Mount Ephraim, saying, Come down against the Midianites, and take before them the waters unto Bath Barach, and Jordan. And all the men of Ephraim gathered themselves together, and took the waters unto Beth Barach and Jordan, and took 2 princes of the Midianites, Oreb and Zeb, and they slew Oreb upon the rock. Oreb and Zeb they slew at the winepress of Zeb, and pursued Midian, and brought the heads of Oreb and Zeb, and Gideon on the other side Jordan. Chapter 8. And the men of Ephraim said unto him, Why hast thou served us thus, that thou couldest us not, when thou wentest to fight with the Midianites? And they did chide with him sharply. And he said unto them, What have I done now in comparison of you? Is not the gleaning of the grapes of Ephraim better than the vintage of Abiezer? God had delivered into your hands the princes of Midian, Ora ben Zeb, and what was I able to do in comparison of you? Then their anger was abated toward him, when he had said that. And Gideon came to Jordan and passed over he. And the 300 men that were with him fainted pursuing them. And he said unto the men of the Sukkoth, Give, I pray you, loaves of bread unto the people that followed me. For they be faint, and I am pursuing after Zebach and Zalmunna, kings of Midian. And the princes of Sukkoth said, Are the hands of Zebach and Zalmunna now in thine hand, that we should give bread unto thine army? And Gideon said, Therefore, when the Lord hath delivered Zebach and Zalmunna into thine hand, then I shall tear your flesh with the thorns of the wilderness and with briars. And he went up thence to Penuel, and spake unto them likewise. And the men of Penuel answered him, as the men of Sukkoth had answered him. And he spake also unto the men of Penuel, saying, When I come again in peace, I will break down this tower. Now Zebach and Zalmunna were in Karkor, and their hosts with them, about 15,000 men, all that were left of all the hosts of the children of the east. For there fell 120,000 men that drew sword. And Gideon went up by the way of them, and dwelt in tents in the east of Nobach and Jagbechach, and smote the host, and the host of the was secure. And when Zebach and Zalmunna fled and pursued after them, and took the two kings Midian, Zebach and Zalmunna, and discomfited all the host. And Gideon the son of Joash returned from the battle before the sun was up, and caught a young man of the men of Sukkoth, and inquired of him. And he described unto him the princes of Sukkoth, and the elders thereof, even 70 men. And he came unto the men of Sukkoth, and said, Behold, Zebach and Zalmunna, with whom ye did upbraid me, saying, Are the hands of Zebach and Zalmunna now in thine hand, that we should give bread unto thy men that are weary? And he took the elders of the city, and thorns in the wilderness, and briars, and with them he taught the men of Sukkoth. And he beat down the tower of Penuel, and slew the men of the city. Then he said unto Zebach and Zalmunna, And what manner of men were they whom ye slay at Tabor? And they answered, As thou art, so were they. Each one resembled the children of a king. And he said, They were my brethren, even the sons of my mother. As the Lord liveth, if ye had saved them alive, I would not slay you. And he said unto Jether, his firstborn, Up and slay them. But the youth drew not his sword, for he feared, because he was yet a youth. Then Zebach and Zalmunna said, Rise thou, and fall upon us, for as the man is, so is his strength. And Gideon arose, and slew Zebach and Zalmunna, and took away the ornaments that were on their camels' necks. Then the men of Israel said unto Gideon, Rule thou over us, both thou and thy son, and thy son's son also, for thou hast delivered us from the hand of Midian. And Gideon said unto them, I will not rule over you, neither shall my son rule over you. The Lord shall rule over you. And Gideon said unto them, I would desire a request of you, that ye would give me every man the earnings of his prey. For they had golden earrings, because they were Ishmaelites. And they answered, We willingly give them. And they spread a garment, and did cast there every man the earrings of his prey. And the weight of the gold earrings that he requested was 1,700 shekels of gold, beside ornaments and collars of purple raiment that was on the kings of Midian, and beside the chains that were about their camels' necks. And Gideon made an ephod thereof, and put in his city, even Ophrah and all Israel went thither and whoring after it, which thing became a snare unto Gideon and to his house. Thus was Midian subdued before the children of Israel, so that they lifted up their heads no more, and the country was in quietness 40 years, in the days of Gideon. And Jerubbaal the son of Joash went and dwelt in his own house. And Gideon had 70 sons of his body begotten, for he had many wives. And his concubine that was in Shechem, she also bare him a son, whose name he called Abimelech. And Gideon the son of Joash died in a good old age, and was buried in the sepulchre of Joash, his father, in Ophrah, of the Abiezerites. And it came to pass, as soon as Gideon was dead, that the children of Israel turned again and went a whoring after Baalim, and made Baal Berith their god. And the children of Israel remembered not the Lord their God, who had delivered them out of the hands of all their enemies on every side. Neither shewed they kindness to the house of Jerubbaal, namely Gideon, according to all the goodness which he had shown unto Israel. Chapter 9. And Abimelech the son of Jerubbaal sent to Shechem into his mother's brethren, and communed with them, and with all the family of the house of his mother's father, saying, Speak, I pray you, in the ears of all the men of Shechem, whether is best for you, whether is better for you, either that I, all the sons of Jerubbaal, which are 70 persons, reign over you, or that one reign over you. Remember also that I am your bone and your flesh. And his mother's brethren spake of him in the ears of all the men of Shechem all these words, and their hearts inclined to follow Abimelech, for they said, He's our brother. And they gave him 70 pieces of silver out of the house of Baal Berith, wherewith Abimelech hired vain and light persons which followed him. And he went unto his father's house at Ophrah, and slew his brethren the sons of Jerubbaal, being 70 persons upon the stone. Notwithstanding, yet Jotham, the youngest son of Jerubbaal, was left, for he hid himself. And all the men of Shechem gathered together, and all the house of Milo, and went and made Abimelech king by the plain of the pillar that was in Shechem. And they told it to Jotham. He went and stood in the top of the mount Gerizim, and lifted up his voice, and cried, and said unto them, Hearken unto me, ye men of Shechem, that God may hearken unto you. The trees went forth on a time, and anoint a king over them. And they said unto the olive tree, Reign thou over us. But the olive tree said unto them, Shall I leave my fatness, wherewith by me they honor God and man, and go to be promoted over the trees? And the tree said to the fig tree, Come thou and reign over us. But the fig tree said unto them, Should I forsake my sweetness and my good fruit, and go to be promoted over the trees? Then said the trees unto the vine, Come thou and reign over us. And the vine said unto them, Should I leave my wine? Should I leave my wine, which cheereth God and man, and go to promote over the trees? Be promoted over the trees. And said all the trees unto the bramble, Come thou and reign over us. And the bramble said unto the trees, If in truth ye anoint me king over you, then come and put your trust in my shadow. And if not, let fire come out of the bramble, and devour the cedars of Lebanon. Now therefore, if ye have done truly and sincerely, in that ye have made Abimelech king, and if ye have dealt well with Jerubbaal and his house, and have done unto him according to the deserving of his hands, for my father fought for you, and adventured his life far, and delivered you out of the hand of Midian, and ye are risen up against my father's house this day, and have slain his sons. There 70 persons upon one stone, and have made Abimelech the son of his maidservant king over the men of Shechem, because he is your brother. If ye have been dealt truly and sincerely with Jerubbaal and with his house this day, then rejoice ye in Abimelech, and let him also rejoice in you. But if not, let fire come out from Abimelech, and devour the men of Shechem, and the house of Millo, and the fire come out from the men of Shechem and from the house of Millo, and devour Abimelech. And Jotham ran away and fled, and went to Beer, and dwelt there for fear of Abimelech his brother. When Abimelech had reigned 3 years over Israel, then God sent an evil spirit between Abimelech and the men of Shechem, and the men of Shechem dealt treacherously with Abimelech, that the cruelty done to the 70 sons of Jerubbaal might come, and their blood be laid upon Abimelech their brother, which slew them, and upon the men of the Shechem which aided him in the killing of his brethren. And the men of Shechem set liars in wait for him in the top of the mountains, and they robbed all that came along that way by them. And it was told Abimelech and Gal the son of Ebed, and with his brethren, and went over to Shechem, and the men of Shechem put their confidence in him. And they went out into the field, and gathered their vineyards, and trode the grapes, and made merry, and went into the house of their God, and did eat and drink, and cursed Abimelech. And Gal the son of Ebed said, Who is Abimelech, and who is Shechem, that we should serve them? Is not he the son of Jerubbaal? And Zebul, his officer, served the men of Hamor, and father of Shechem. For why should we serve him? And would to God his place were under my hand, then would I remove Abimelech. And he said unto Abimelech, Increase thine army, and come out. And when Zebul, the ruler of city, heard the words of Gal, the son of Ebed, his anger was kindled. And he sent messengers unto Abimelech privately, saying, Behold, Gal the son of Ebed and his brethren be come to Shechem, and behold thy father, they fortify the city against thee. Now therefore up by night, thou and the people that is with thee, and lie in wait in the field. And it shall be that in the morning, as soon as the sun is up, thou shalt rise early, and set upon the city. And behold, when he and the people that is with him come out against thee, then mayst thou do to them as thou shalt find occasion. And Abimelech rose up, and all the people that were with him by night, and they laid with against Shechem in 4 companies. And Gal the son of Ebed went out and stood in the entering of the gate of the city. And Abimelech rose up, and of the people that were with him, from lying in wait. And when Gal saw the people, he said to Zebul, Behold, there came people down from the top of the mountains. And Zebul said unto him, Thou seest the shadow of the mountains, as if they were men. And Gal spoke again and said, See, there came people down by the middle of the land, and another company came along by the plains of Meonin. Then said Zebul unto him, Where is now thy mouth, wherewith thou saidst, Who is Abimelech, that we should serve him? Is not this the people that thou hast despised? Go out, I pray, and fight with them. And Gal went out before the men of Shechem, and fought with Abimelech. And Abimelech chased him, and he fled before him, and many were overthrown and wounded, even unto the entering of the gate. And Abimelech dwelt at Aromach, and Zebul thrust out Gal and his brethren, and that they should not dwell in Shechem. And it came to pass that tomorrow that the people went out into the field, and they told Abimelech, and he took the people and divided them into 3 companies, and laid wait in the field, and looked, and behold, the people were come forth out of the city, And he rose up against them and smote them. And Abimelech and the company that was with him rushed forward and stood in the clearing in the entering of the gate of the city. And the two other companies ran upon all the people that were in the fields and slew them. And Abimelech fought against the city all that day, and he took the city and slew the people that was therein, beat down the city and sewed it with salt. And when all the men of the tower of Shechem heard that, they entered into the hold of the house of the god Berith. And it was told Abimelech that all the men of the tower of Shechem were gathered together. And Abimelech gat him up to Mount Zalmon, he and all the people that were with him. And Abimelech took an axe in his hand and cut down a bow from the trees, and took it and laid it on his shoulder, and said unto the people that were with him, What ye have seen me do, make haste and do as I have done. And all the people likewise cut down every man his bow, and followed Abimelech, and put them to the hold, and set the fold to fire upon them, so that all the men of the tower of Shechem died also, about 1,000 men and women. And then went Abimelech to Thebez, and encamped against Thebez, and took it. And there was a strong tower within the city, and thither fled all the men and women on all of the city, and shut it to them, and gat them up to the top of the tower. And Abimelech came unto the tower, and fought against it, and went hard unto the door of the tower, to burn it with fire. And certain cast a piece of millstone upon Abimelech's head, and to break his skull. And he called hastily unto the young man, his armor-bearer, and said unto him, Draw thy sword, and slay me, that men say not of me, A woman slew him. And his young men thrust him through, and he died. And when the men of Israel saw that Abimelech was dead, then departed every man unto his place. Thus God rendered the wickedness of Abimelech, which he did unto his father, his slaying his 70 brethren, and of all the evil of the men of Shechem, did God render upon their heads, and upon them came to the curse of Jotham the son of Jerubbaal. Chapter 10. And after Abimelech there arose to defend Israel Tola the son of Puach, the son of Dodo, a man of Issachar, and he dwelt in Shamir, in the Mount Ephraim. And he judged Israel 23 years, and died, and was buried in Shamir. And after him arose Jair, a Gileadite, and judged Israel 22 years. And he had 30 sons that rode on 30 ass colts, and they had 30 cities, which are called Havoth Jair, unto this day, which are the land of Gilead. And Jair died, and was buried in Kamon. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord, and served Baalim and Ashtaroth, and the gods of Syria, and the gods of Zidon, and the gods of Moab, and the gods of the children of Ammon, and the gods of Philistines, and forsook the Lord, and served not him. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he sold them unto the hands of the Philistines, and into the hands of the children of Ammon. And that year they vexed and oppressed the children of Israel 18 years of all the children of Israel that were on the other side Jordan, in the land of the Amorites, which is in Gilead. However, the children of Ammon passed over Jordan to fight also against Judah, and against Benjamin, and against the house of Ephraim, so that Israel was sore distressed. And the children of Israel cried unto the Lord, saying, We have sinned against thee, both because we have forsaken our God, and also served Baalim. And the Lord said unto the children of Israel, Did I not deliver you from the Egyptians, and from the Amorites, from the children of Ammon, and from the Philistines, and Zidonians also, and the Amalekites, and the Maonites, did press you, and ye cried to me, and I delivered you out of their hand, and that yet ye have forsaken me, and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you on no more. And go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of the tribulation. And the children of Israel said unto the Lord, We have sinned, do thou unto us whatsoever seemeth good unto thee. Deliver us only when we pray thee this day. And they put away the strange gods from among them, and served the Lord. And his soul was grieved for the misery of Israel. And the children of Ammon were gathered together, and encamped in Gilead. And the children of Israel assembled themselves together, and encamped at Mizpah. And the people and princes and Gilead said unto one another, What man is he that will begin to fight against the children of Ammon? He shall be head over all the inhabitants of Gilead. Okay. That's 5 chapters. Gotta drink some coffee. That should wake me up. At least a little bit. Okay. How many pages is this? Okay, 12 is pretty short then. 13 is fair length. 14 is fair length. 15, it's not too long. Okay. Now Jephthah, the Gileadite, was a mighty man of valor, and he was the son of a harlot. And Gilead begat Jephthah. And Gilead's wife bare him sons, and his wife's sons grew up, and they thrust out Jephthah, and said unto him, Thou shalt not inherit our father's house, for thou art the son of a strange woman. Jephthah fled from his brethren, and dwelt in the land of Tob. And there were gathered vain men to Jephthah, and went out with him. And it came to pass in process of time that the children of Ammon made war against Israel. And it was so that when the children of Ammon made war against Israel, the elders of Gilead went to fetch Jephthah out of the land of Tob. And they said unto Jephthah, Come and be our captain, that we may fight with the children of Ammon. And Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead, Did not ye hate me, and expel me out of the father's house? And why are you come unto me now, when ye are in distress? And the elders of Gilead said unto Jephthah, Therefore we do turn again to thee now, that thou mayest go with us, and fight against the children of Ammon, and be our head over all the inhabitants of Gilead. And Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead, If ye bring me home again to fight against the children of Ammon, and the Lord delivered them before me, shall I be your head? And the elders of Gilead said unto Jephthah, The Lord be witness between us. If we do not so according to thy words. Then Jephthah went with the elders of Gilead, and the people made him head of and captain over them. And Jephthah uttered all his words before the Lord in Mizpeh. And Jephthah sent messenger unto the king of the children of Ammon, saying, What hast thou to do with me, that thou art come against me to fight in my land? And the king of the children of Ammon answered unto the messengers of Jephthah, Because Israel took away my land, when thou come up out of Egypt from Arnon, even unto Jabbok and unto Jordan, on there for restore their lands again peaceably. And Jephthah sent messenger again unto the king of the children of Ammon, and said unto him, Thus saith Jephthah, Israel took not away the land of Moab, nor the land of the children of Ammon. And when Israel came up from the Egypt, and walked through the wilderness unto the Red Sea, and came to Kadesh, and then Israel sent messengers unto the king Edom, saying, Let me, I pray thee, pass through the land. But the king of Edom would not hearken thereto, and in like manner they sent unto the king of Moab. But he would not consent, and Israel abide in Kadesh. Then they went along through the wilderness, and compassed the land of Edom, and the land of Moab, and came by the east side of the land of Moab, and pitched on the other side of Arnon, but came not with the border of Moab, for Arnon was the border of Moab. And Israel sent messengers unto the king of Heshbon. And Israel sent unto him, Let us pass, we pray thee, through thy land into my place. But Sihon trusted not Israel to pass through his coast, but Sihon gathered all his people together, and pitched in Jahaz, and fought against Israel. And the Lord God of Israel delivered Sihon and all his people unto the hand of Israel, and they smote them. So Israel possessed all the land of the Amorites, the inhabitants of their country. And they possessed all the coasts of the Amorites from Arnon even unto Jabbok, and from the wilderness even unto Jordan. So now the Lord God of Israel had disposed the Amorites from before his people Israel, and shouldest thou possess it? Wilt not thou possess that which Chemosh thy God giveth thee to possess? So whosoever the Lord our God shall deliver out from before us, them will we possess. And now art thou anything better than Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab? Did he ever strive against Israel? Or did he ever fight against Israel? While Israel dwelt in Heshbon, and her towns, and in Aroer, and her towns, and in all the cities that be along by the coasts of Arnon, 300 years. Why therefore did ye not recover them all, and recover them with that time? Wherefore I have not sinned against thee, but thou doest me wrong to war against me. The Lord be judge this day between the children of Israel and the children of Ammon. Howbeit the king of the children of Ammon hearkened not unto the words of Jephthah, which he sent him. Then the Spirit of the Lord came upon Jephthah, and he passed over Gilead and Manasseh, and passed over Mizpeh, and Gilead of Gilead, and from Mizpeh and Gilead he passed over unto the children of Ammon. And Jephthah vowed unto the Lord, and said, If thou shalt without fail deliver the children of Ammon into mine hands, then it shall be that whosoever cometh forth of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be the Lord's, and will offer it up for a burnt offering. So Jephthah passed over unto the children of Ammon to fight against them, and the Lord delivered them into his hands. And he smote them from Aroer even till they came to Minnith, even 20 cities unto the plain of the vineyards, with a very great slaughter. Thus the children of Ammon were subdued before the children of Israel. And Jephthah came to Mizpeh unto his house, and behold, his daughter came out to meet him with timbrels and with dances, and she was his only child. Beside her he had neither son nor daughter. And it came to pass, when he saw her, that he rent his clothes, and said, Alas, my daughter, thou hast brought me very low, and thou art one of them that trouble me. For I have opened my mouth unto the Lord, and I cannot go back. And she said unto him, My father, if thou hast opened my mouth unto the Lord, do to me according to that which hath proceeded out of thy mouth. For as much as the Lord hath taken vengeance for thee, thine enemies, even the children of Ammon. And he said unto her father, she said unto her father, let this thing be done for me. Let me alone 2 months, that I may go up and down upon the mountains and bewail my virginity, and I and my fellows. And he said, go, and he sent her away for 2 months. And she went with her companions, and bewailed her virginity over the mountains. And it came to pass at the end of the 2 months that she returned unto her father, who did with her according to his vow, which he had vowed. And she knew no man. And it was a custom in Israel, that the daughter of Israel went yearly to lament the daughter of Jephthah the Gileadite 4 days in a year. Judges chapter 12. And the men of Ephraim gathered themselves together, and went northward, and said unto Jephthah, wherefore passedst thou over to fight against the children of Ammon, and didst not call us to go with thee? We will burn thine house upon thee with fire. And Jephthah said unto them, I, my people, were at great strife with the children of Ammon. And when I called you, ye delivered me not out of their hands. And when I saw ye deliver me not, I put my life in my hands, and passed over against the children of Ammon, and the Lord delivered them unto my hands. Wherefore then are ye come up unto me this day, to fight against me? Then Jephthah gathered together all the men of Gilead, and fought them with Ephraim. And the men of Gilead smote Ephraim, because they said, Ye Gileadites are fugitives of Ephraim. Among the Ephraimites and among the Manassites and the Gileadites took the passages of Jordan before the Ephraimites, and it was so. And when those Ephraimites which were escaped said, Let me go over, and the men of Gilead said unto him, Art thou an Ephraimite? And he said, Nay. Then said they unto him, Say now Shibboleth. And he said Shibboleth, for he could not frame to pronounce it right. Then they took him, and slew him at the passages of Jordan. And there fell at the time of the Ephraimites 42,000. And Jephthah judged Israel 6 years. Then died Jephthah the Gileadite, and was buried in one of the cities of Gilead. And after him Ibzan and Bethlehem judged Israel. And he had 30 sons and 30 daughters, whom he sent abroad, and took in 30 daughters from abroad for his sons. And he judged Israel 7 years. Then died Ibzan, and was buried in Bethlehem, and after him Elon, a Zebulonite, judged Israel, and he judged Israel 10 years. And Elon the Zebulonite died, and he was buried in Aijalon, in the country of Zebulun. And after him Abdon, and the son of Hillel, a Pirathonite, judged Israel, and he had 40 sons and 30 nephews, and that rode on 70 ass colts. And they judged Israel 8 years. And Abdon the son of Hillel, the Pirathonite, died, and he was buried in Pirathon, in the land of Ephraim, and the mount of Amalekites. Chapter 13 of Judges. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hand of the Philistines 40 years. And there was a certain man of Zorah, of the family of the Danites, whose name was Manoah, and his wife was barren, and bare not. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto the woman, and said unto her, Behold, now thou art barren, and bearest not, but thou shalt conceive, and bear a son. Now therefore, before I pray thee, and drink not wine nor strong drink, and yet not any unclean thing. For lo, thou shalt conceive, and bear a son, no razor shall come on his head. For the child shall be a Nazarite unto God from the womb, and he shall begin to deliver Israel out of the hand of the Philistines. Then the woman came and told her husband, saying, A man of God came unto me, and his countenance was like a countenance of an angel of God, very terrible. But I asked him not whence he was, neither told he me his name. But he said unto me, Behold, thou shalt conceive and bear a son, and now drink no wine nor strong drink, neither eat any unclean thing, for the child shall be a Nazarite to God from the womb to the day of his death. Then Manoah entered the Lord and said, O my Lord, let the man of the God which thou didst send come back again to us, and teach us what we shall do unto the child that shall be born. And God hearkened to the voice of Manoah. And the angel of God came again unto the woman as she sat in the field. But Manoah her husband was not with her. And the woman made haste and ran, and shewed her husband, and said unto him, Behold, the man hath appeared unto me, that came unto me the other day. And Manoah arose and went after his wife, and came to the man, and said unto him, Art thou the man that speakest unto the woman? And he said, I am. And Manoah said, Now let thy words come to pass. How shall we order the child, and how shall we do unto him? And the angel of the Lord said unto Manoah, Of all that I have said, the woman let her beware. She may not eat of anything that cometh of the vine, neither let her drink from wine or strong drink, nor eat commanded her observe, nor eat any unclean thing, all that I commanded her to observe. And Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, I pray thee, let us detain thee until we shall have made ready a kid for thee. And the angel of the Lord said unto Manoah, Thou though detain me, I will not eat of thy bread, and if thou wilt offer a burnt offering, thou must offer it unto the Lord. For Manoah knew not that he was an angel of the Lord. And Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, What is thy name, that when thy sayings come to pass, we may do thee honor? And the angel of the Lord said unto him, Why askest thou thus after my name, seeing it is secret? So Manoah took a kid with a meat offering, and offered it upon a rock unto the Lord, and the angel did wondrously. And Manoah and his wife looked on. For it came to pass, when the flames went up toward heaven from off the altar, that the angel of the Lord ascended in the flame of the altar. And Manoah and his wife looked at it, and fell on their faces on the ground. But the angel of the Lord did no more appear to Manoah and to his wife. Then Manoah knew that he was an angel of the Lord, and Manoah said unto his wife, We shall surely die, because we have seen God. And his wife said unto him, If the Lord were pleased to kill us, he would not have received a burnt offering and a meat offering to our hands, neither would he have shewed us all these things, nor would at this time have told us such things as these. And the woman bare a son, and called his name Samson. And the child grew, and the Lord blessed him. And the Spirit of the Lord began to move him at times in the camp of Dan between Zorah and Eshtaol. Chapter 14. And Samson went down to Timnath, and saw a woman in Timnath, of the daughters of the Philistines. And he came up and told his father and his mother, and said, I have seen a woman in Timnath, of the daughters of the Philistines. Now therefore get her for me to wife. Then his father and his mother said unto him, Is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, or among all my people, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines? And Samson said unto his father, Get her for me, for she pleaseth me well. But his father and his mother knew not that it was of the Lord that he sought an occasion against the Philistines. For at that time the Philistines had dominion over Israel. Then went Samson down, and his father and his mother, to Timnath, and came to the vineyards of Timnath. And behold, a young lion roared against him, and the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him. And he rent him as he would have rent a kid, and as he had nothing in his hand. But he told not his father or his mother what he had done. And he went down and talked with the woman, and she pleased Samson well. And after a time he returned to take her, and he returned aside to see the carcass of the lion. And behold, there was a swarm of bees and honey in the carcass of the lion. And he took thereof in his hands, and went to on eating, and came to his father and mother, and he gave them, and they did eat. But he told them not that he had taken the honey out of the carcass of a lion. So his father went down unto the woman, and Samson made there a feast, for so used the young men to do. And it came to pass, when they saw him, that they brought 30 companions to be with him. And Samson said unto them, I will now put forth a riddle unto you. If ye can certainly declare it with me in the 7 days of the feast, and find it out, then I will go give you 30 sheets and 30 change of garments. But if ye cannot declare it me, then shall ye give me 30 sheets and 30 changes of garments. And they said unto him, Put forth thy riddle, that we may hear it. And he said unto them, Out of the eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. And they could not in 3 days expound the riddle. And it came to pass on the 7th day, that they said unto Samson's wife, Entice thy husband, that he may declare unto the riddle, lest we burn thee and thy father's house with fire. Have ye called us to take that we have? Is it not so? And Samson's wife wept before him, and said, Thou dost but hate me, and lovest me not. Thou hast put forth a riddle unto the children of my people, and hast not told it me. And he said unto her, Behold, I have not told it my father, nor my mother, and shall I tell it thee? And she wept before him 7 days, while their feast lasted. And it came to pass on the 7th day, that he told her, because she lay sore upon him. And she told the riddle to the children of her people. And the men of the city said unto him, on the 7th day before the sun went down, What is sweeter than honey, and what is stronger than a lion? And he said unto them, If ye had not plowed with my heifer, ye have not found out my riddle. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he went down to Ashkelon, and slew 30 men of them, and took their spoil, and gave change of garments unto them, which expounded the riddle. And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. But Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend. Chapter 15 of Judges. But it came to pass with a while after, in the time of wheat harvest, that Samson visited his wife with a kid. And he said, I will go in to my wife into the chamber, but her father would not suffer him go in. And her father said, I verily thought that thou hast utterly hated her. Therefore I gave her to thy companion. Is not her younger sister fairer than she? Take her, I pray thee, instead of her. And Samson said concerning them, Now shall I be more blameless than the Philistines, though I do them a displeasure. And Samson went and caught 300 foxes, and took firebrands, and turned tail to tail, and put a firebrand in the midst between 2 tails. And when he had set the brands of fire, he let them go into the standing corn of the Philistines, and burnt up both the shocks, and also the standing corn, with the vineyards and olives. Then the Philistines said, Who hath done this? And they answered, Samson, the son-in-law of the Timnite, because he had taken his wife, and given her to his companion. And the Philistines came up and burned her and her father with fire. And Samson said unto them, Though ye have done this, yet will I be avenged of you. And after that I will cease. And he smote them hip and thigh, with a great slaughter. And he went down and dwelt in the top of the rock, Etam. Then the Philistines went up and pitched in Judah, and spread themselves in Lehi. And the men of Judah said, Why are ye come up against us? And they answered, To bind Samson are we come up, to do him as he hath done to us. Then 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock, Etam, and said to Samson, Knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done unto us? And he said unto them, As they did unto me, so have I done unto them. They said unto him, We are come down to bind thee, that we may deliver thee unto the hand of the Philistines. And Samson said to the Philistines, and Samson said to them, Swear unto me, that ye will not fall upon me yourselves. And they spake unto him, saying, No, but we will bind thee fast, and deliver thee into their hand. But surely we will not kill thee. And they bound him with 2 new cords, and brought him up from the rock. And when he came unto Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him. And the cords that were upon his arms became flax that was burnt with fire, and his bands loosed from off his hands. And he found a new jawbone of an ass, and put forth his hand, and took it, and slew 1,000 men therewith. And Samson said, With the jawbone of an ass, heaps upon heaps, in the jaw of an ass have I slain 1,000 men. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking, that he cast away the jawbone of his hand, and called that place Ramath Lehi. And he was sore athirst, and called on the Lord, and said, Thou hast given this great deliverance into thy hand of thy servant. And now shall I die for thirst, and fall into the hand of the uncircumcised. But God clave an hollow place that was in the jaw, and there came water thereout. And when he had drunk, the spirit came again, and he revived. Wherefore he called the name thereof En-Hakor, which is in Lehi unto this day. And he judged Israel in the days of the Philistines 20 years. That's it. Finishing off on chapter 15. Tomorrow it's chapter 16 until the end of Judges, which will be chapter 21. So tomorrow is kind of longer. But Ruth is also just 4 chapters. So not too long. Okay. Oh. Took about an hour. Now time to play. The audio is really bad. I feel like. I don't know what the issue there is. Check. Come on. Exit. Check, 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 check. Why is the audio so bad? Okay, there's the camera. Come on. Come on, please. I don't have that much time. To be just sitting here messing around with us. Do I just have to deal with this? Come on, turn on. I'm not hearing it. Yeah, this sounds better. Actually, maybe properties? Okay. Let's do all the dailies. for Final Fantasy. Today is Tuesday. Was an update supposed to come out tonight? It might have been Honkai Star Rail. I don't know. Also, why is this off again? As in, off-centered. Oh, switch to Final Fantasy 14 dailies. Whoa. It's a bit. Okay. What am I looking at? Gil. Still entry period. Okay. I'm not gonna focus too much on selling. What game did I say I was gonna play tonight? Oh, I said Honkai Star Rail. It's supposed to be 1.3 phase 2 soon. But this game also has the here, let's go to pick this up. August 30th. Oh wait, what? No, that's when 1.3 arrived. Although with Fushuan comes up links, so I'm gonna have to pull for Fushuan just to get links. I really hope I don't get Fushuan. That is the one character I really don't feel like I want. are we looking at in this new journal? Solo. Treasure. Solo. I think. Actually, no, I probably can't do the solo. We do all these four. Technically could do this one. That's already 5, 6, 7. And you could say 8, 9, and or repeat some of them. Okay. But there's no level 50. Okay, next. Ugh. Okay, we've got free company actions. Oh yeah. It says 1 hour. I want to reset it. Free company house is good. Adventures are good. Cactipot. Technically it's good. Treasure. Gotta go grab the treasure. As long as it's reset. Yes, that's good. So grab the treasure. I'm not gonna open up these treasure chests because it's gonna be wasting time. I'll hold off on the island for some time. And then squad. The other big issue is tribes. So do I finish the tribes now? No. You know what? I'm leaving the tribes on. Since these are tribes for today, I could leave them on for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'll do the tribes of today and possibly try and get the tribes of tomorrow complete as well. Or at the very least, finish these tribes and move on. Because I don't have much time left. And I still need to get to Genshin. Yes, reading the Bible does take a lot of time, but that is not, replacing it right now is not an option for me personally. th of September. Maybe I should do Final Fantasy 14 tonight. Because the 1.3 comes out, I believe, tonight. And I might not play tonight, and instead play tomorrow. While this is loading, let me edit some of these panels. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized I had the streams laid out where I would be leaving on Sunday. So today's already Tuesday, and it is Final Fantasy 14 Day. So I might actually put Honkai Star Rail. Like, I could hold off on Genshin Impact, I feel like, for a bit longer. Wednesday, so we could then be Honkai Star Rail. Plus, Honkai Star Rail is a bit more relaxing. Once I come back on Thursday, that will be going back to Baldur's Gate. Same thing for Friday, most likely. And possibly same thing for Saturday. I need to do another Gunpla stream. One day I gotta start doing my programming streams. Okay, so I should be able to just grab the already ready resin. And all I gotta do is commissions. How long do I think I'll be still spending on Baldur's Gate? Would I finish it in 3 days? Because by that Sunday, I kind of want to start playing D&D. Hence, potentially finishing off Baldur's Gate by by uh, by Sunday. Ooh, Crystal Flytrap is ready. So I'm gonna mark off Sunday as likely not playing video games. Unless, we'll see what happens. Like if I'm not finished Baldur's Gate by that time, then it's like, I really gotta finish it. It's like, partially, there's a feeling I have of like, to me it kind of feels like Baldur's Gate is kind of dragging on. Not that I dislike it, per se. But it feels like, I guess I could say, there's a lot of other stuff I want to do. Aside from Baldur's Gate. And Baldur's Gate feels like it just takes so long. And it just drags on. I feel like it's a game that I want to have a lot of my other worries be done, and a lot of my other games be finished before I start delving deep into it. So hence, right now, I kind of feel like just trying to finish it as fast as possible. And then later down the line, I do want to start dissecting it. Because I want to do like 2 more playthroughs of it. Even actually 3 more playthroughs. Like my first playthrough is this one, which is following Char. I'd want to do a second playthrough of just following the Githyanki and being like the goody two-shoes. Although following the Githyanki and potentially being like a resisting the illicit powers and stuff like that. But also, I want to do a playthrough of actual evil. Because I don't feel like Char is actual evil. And follow the actual villains. If I could. I believe you could. I'll place down another one. Okay. Anything else I'm missing? Did I... You already grabbed it. Yep. So it looks good. Ooh, I forgot about that. How much time do I got? Maybe I got the time. Then I also gotta do this at some point. Here, it should be pretty quick. Let's go for it. Whoops. Yes, I use one. I already got the coffee for today made. I've already got the food for today ready. Okay, last one. And then going on to Honkai Star Rail. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. I just realized I forgot to expand this. Okay. That's it. Just quit. And jump over to Honkai Star Rail. Jump, jump, jump. Come on, load. Come on, Honkai Star Rail. Please load. What happened? There we go. Okay, last game. Just gonna quickly do these dailies. I got 15 minutes, technically speaking. Before I gotta leave. Okay. Obviously, daily mission, daily training. Is that the T? Yeah, it's the T dude. Is he repeating quests yet? Or is he still giving new quests? Oh, I appeared somewhere. Destructible objects. You. Give me destructible objects. Are these considered destructible? Nope. Come on, can't you just give me destructible objects? should be enough. Salvage relic. Simple. Filter it by anything under 5-star. Select all. Salvage. Confirm. There we go. Of course, there's stuff there. Claim this. Claim all these. Planar fissure is about to finish. Which one's that? Wait, what? Wait, no, it's not about to finish. It's got 2 days left. Okay, let's stick these in. Okay, we'll do you. Okay, autoplay these fights. Aside from that, all I need is... should double check the assignments and then pom-pom and passengers. I got hiccups.
泣いてよここへ。
甘く見たな。
小説の志は朽ちることなし。陛下に慈悲なし。立ち切る。
次、蝶と共に散れ、スターレイファントム。
大丈夫、問題はない。
泣いてよここへ。
亡者再臨。
立ち切る。小説の志は朽ちることなし。
次、
泣いてよここへ。
蝶と共に散れ、スターレイファントム。
この程度か。陛下に慈悲なし。小説の志は朽ちることなし。泣いてよここへ。立ち切る。
次、蝶と共に散れ、スターレイファントム。
亡者再臨。
Ouch. Come on.
大丈夫、問題はない。
泣いてよここへ。
これしき。
この程度か。
次、蝶と共に散れ、スターレイファントム。
陛下に慈悲なし。立ち切る。小説の志は朽ちることなし。
亡者再臨。
次、蝶と共に散れ、スターレイファントム。
泣いてよここへ。陛下に慈悲なし。
次、
小説の志は朽ちることなし。泣いてよここへ。立ち切る。
蝶と共に散れ、スターレイファントム。
亡者再臨。甘く見たな。
次、
陛下に慈悲なし。
last one.
泣いてよここ
This with me.
厄介を避けん。亡者再臨。
This
次
陛下に慈悲なし立ち切る氷雪の志は朽ちることなし
蝶と共に散れスターレイファントム
泣いてよここへ
いや次
陛下に慈悲なし
蝶と共に散れスターレイファントム
泣いてよここへ立ち切る
次
氷雪の志は朽ちることなし陛下に慈悲なし
亡者再臨。
いや
Okay, let's finish this off. Resin is good. I mean, not resin. Trailblazer power. Oh. Let me jump over to Pom Pom. Finish talking to Pom Pom. Ah, a friend in need is a friend indeed.
何かしてあこんなそうだ水滴僕は先生でもさお金に僕
No, that's a new one. Whatever, I don't have time to reread this stuff. Okay, just finish off this quest. We're
今
good.
があるならいわゆる
Okay, no assignments. I need resetting. Nameless honor. There we go. That's it. See you tonight. See you tonight with probably Final Fantasy. Bye.